Hi, and welcome to some fifth grade level math. And today we're going to focus on primes and learn what a prime number is and how they might be useful for you. Well, thankfully, prime numbers are actually pretty simple things. Um, Here is an example of what a prime number is. So let's first just look at a series of numbers. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And here's what a prime number is. A prime number is a number that only has one way in which you can multiply to get to it. Okay? And a composite number is a number that has two or more ways that you can multiply to get to it. So let's look at an example of a composite number first. Let's say 16. Can you think of two numbers that multiply to 16? Yeah, I can think of a couple. 8 and 2, that should get you 16. Can we think of anything else? 4 and 4, that's another one. And of course, we have this one, 16 and 1, right? You could always multiply a number by 1 to get to it. So there are at least three ways to multiply to get to 16. Because there's more than one way to multiply it, 16 would go in the composite family. Anytime you have more than one way to multiply to get to a number, we just call it composite. That's the type of number it is. So we would say in the composite family is the number 16. Let's look at another example. Let's look at 24. Let's think of all the different ways we can get to 24. Well, if you remember your multiplication tables, your multiplication facts, you'd have 6 and 4 could get you to 24. 12 and 2, how do you do? That gets you to 24. And of course, 24 and 1, wasn't that fun? Again, we found a few different ways to get to 24, and there are actually more, right? I mean, we have 8 and 3 as well, a lot of different ways to get to 24. But because there's more than one way, it's in the composite family. So that's as simple as it gets. If there's more than one way to get to a number, to multiply to the same number, it's called composite. If there's only one way to do it, it's considered prime. So let's go ahead and think of some prime numbers now. So I'll show you. We'll go and start with the smallest prime, which is 2. So 2 times 1 can get you to 2. Any other two nice numbers that multiply to 2? And it turns out there's no two nice whole numbers that multiply to 2. They have to be nice whole numbers. And this is the only way to do it, so it's called a prime number. A number like 3, we can think about that. Let's think of 3 times 1 works. Is there any other numbers that we can think of that works? A lot of times we have to guess and check, like, does 2 work? Well, 2 times 1 is 2, that's not big enough. 2 times 2 is 4. That's going over. If we do 2 times 3, that's 6. We're going over by more. 2 times 4 is 8. So it doesn't really make sense to keep going up. You're just going to keep going farther and farther away. 2 times 5 is 10. And 2 times 2 times 4 is the closest we can get, but it still doesn't work. So 2 is not going to work. And we could try 3. Well, 3 times 1 works. Yay, we found 1. That's the one we already had, though. And 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, that's not working. And 3 times 3 is 9. That doesn't work. So 3 times 1 is the only way to get here. And if you try any other combination of numbers, you're just going to get farther away. So you often want to just try to memorize primes, but doing a little guessing and checking with different numbers, you can see, like, am I going to hit it or does it pass it? And if it passes it, you can stop with that number. So 3 times 1 is the only way to get to 3, so it joins the prime family. Do a couple more. Let's try 5. 5 times 1 is 5, so that obviously is going to work. And you're always going to have the number times 1 as one of them. But the question is there another one? Well, 2 times 1 is 2. That's not working. 2 times 2 is 4. That was too small. 2 times 3 is 6. Oh, it's too big, so 2 is not going to work. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. That's too big already, so 3 is not going to work. And again, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. That also doesn't work. So really the only way to do it is by this 5 times 1. Again, the best way to kind of remember these is just to memorize them. But if you don't memorize them, then you can actually check using numbers. Let's try a larger number here, like 15, and we'll just kind of determine whether you think it's prime or not prime. So we'll do 15. And we'll see, does it belong to the composite family or the prime family? Let's think if we can think of two numbers that get to 15. Well, obviously we're going to have our fun ones, our 15 and 1. Super, super easy. Do we have any other way to get to 15? Let's just try our guess and check method. So 5 times 1 is 5. No, that doesn't work. 5 times 2 is 10. Nope. 5 times 3 is 15. So we actually have a second way to get to 15. So 5 times 3. And as soon as you have at least two ways to get there, you're part of this family, the composite family. So 15 would be composite.